So as you guys know, I just got back in the sport after taking quite a long break. So I decided to go like a cheap route and try to get like an entry-level bike. And here it's happened pretty quickly that I realized that I might be pushing my bike further than it can handle. Out of the last like 3 or 4 times that I've ridden, I ended up coming back to the car with another problem on the bike. So I did some research online and found out that for the Diamondback Atroz 2, I am kind of pushing it past where it was designed to be ridden. So I think it's about time that I get a new bike. So I was going to bring you guys along with me on what bikes I'm looking at, what my budget is, and the pros and cons of some of those bikes. So let's get right into it. The first bike that I've been interested in is the Trek Fuel EX5. So in my budget for the Trek Fuel EX5, I'd be looking at the Gen 5. So we have an Alpha Platinum aluminum frame with the tapered head tube, and the fork is a RockShox Recon Silver. It is an air spring, so it has more adjustment than what my Atroz 2 currently has, and that has 140 millimeters of travel. I'd be looking at getting like the medium large frame, so that would come with an X Fusion Pro 2 2-position damper, 130 mil travel for the rear. The bike would have 29-inch wheels that are tubeless compatible with a Shimano Dior 12-speed drivetrain. So compared to the Atroz 2 that I'm currently riding, a lot of those components are a pretty heavy upgrade. It definitely worked out better for me than what I currently ride. I have 120 mil travel in the front, and I think it's 120 or 110 millimeter travel in the back. And there's not a lot of adjustment that I can do to those, not a lot that I can do to customize the bike to my liking. So it's just an entry-level bike and it's fine, but I do think I'm ready to move on past it. So all these bikes in this video would be an upgrade, so it's just a matter of finding which one I think suits me better. Also, if you guys have any experience with these bikes or just any knowledge that you could share with me on the pros and cons of some of these bikes that I might be missing, please drop that down in the comments below, and we'll see if we can find something that fits me, that I could enjoy riding some more. So another bike that I've looked at is the Polygon CSQ T8. This bike is also $2,000. Here are the components for the CSQ T8. On a 29-inch, it would have a Fox 34 rhythm float for the forks with 140 mil of travel. The rear shock is a Flox Float DPS with 135 millimeters of travel. The drivetrain is Shimano SLX 12-speed with Tektro MD 745 4-piston brakes. A lot of those sound really good. I've seen a lot of people say good things about the Polygon bikes. I saw a lot of buzz about the T7 a while back, and from what I can get from it, the components are just a little bit better on the T8. I believe the geometry is about the same, and I'm pretty sure all these bikes have really similar geometry. Just looking for a nice trail bike that has a little bit more pedal efficiency than my Diamondback currently has, because that's kind of been a problem for me. It's a 1x9 drivetrain on my bike, so it's like, it's just not ideal for the riding I do a lot. So aside from the fact that the bike is kind of falling apart on me because I'm pushing it too far, it's also just not ideal for the conditions I normally ride in. So bike number 3 that I'm looking at would be the Trek /8, also Gen 5. This one I think is closer to an enduro bike, which I'd definitely be interested in, because especially I think riding in Cameron Park would have a lot of trails that would fit an enduro bike really well. But the second place I go to the most is Spider Mountain, and those trails are a lot rougher than Cameron Park is. So I feel like I could definitely feel the upgrades to higher travel on an enduro bike setting for Spider Mountain. The Trek /8 29-inch wheels with a Alpha Platinum aluminum frame, tapered head tube. The forks are RockShox Lyric Select Plus with 170 mil travel. The rear shock is a RockShox Super Deluxe Ultimate with 3-position damper, and that is 160 mil travel. Tubeless ready wheels, SRAM GX Eagle 12-speed drivetrain. And the brakes are SRAM Code R 4-piston hydraulics. And then the last bike that I wanted to talk about today is the Ora AM. Found one that is used large frame, which might be a little bit on the bigger side for me, with and it's up for $1,900, so I thought that sounded like a pretty good deal. I'm not exactly sure what the travel is on this bike. If I had to guess, probably 140 mil. It's got some Marzocchi bombers on here and a Fox Float DPS, and the bike itself looks like a really nice bike, and I've heard a lot of good things about Ora, and I don't know as much about this Ora bike as I do the rest. I'd probably have to get in touch with the person selling it to get some more information on the specs on the bike and see if it sounds like something I'd be interested in. But I wanted to just throw out this video, see if anybody that tunes in can give me some ideas on what bike might suit my riding style or my skill level where I'm currently at, and like the trails that I ride consistently. I'm mostly just looking for a good all-around trail bike, one that, you know, I can take it somewhere, like Pinnacle, when I ended up doing some damage to my bike, and then Spider Mountain is a little bit rougher than Cameron Park. But just eventually this year, my wife and I are going to be on the road quite a bit, and I'm going to need a bike that can adapt to a lot of different trail styles and still be a good fit for me. So I'm about 5'8", so I'm looking at getting a medium frame. I like Trek because one thing I do like about the Trek bikes is they have a medium/large frame that kind of helps for people that are around my height that are just right in between two different size bikes. So I think that might be why I'm leaning a little bit more towards Trek. So we'll see. But one more thing I wanted to throw out there is that I do have the video for Spider Mountain put together. My wife and I are currently on the road. We're here in Arkansas and Ouachita National Forest right now. And so I do have that video. I'm sorry that it is not on time. It will not be out today, but I will have it probably early to mid next week. So appreciate you guys sticking out for that one. I'm looking forward to that video. It was a lot of fun to go ride Spider Mountain again. Tomorrow, while I'm here in Arkansas, I'm probably going to go hit up some of the trails in Bentonville. So stay tuned for that one. That should be next week. I am going to try my best to get into a rhythm of doing 2 videos per week here on this channel. So if you guys have anything that you want to see in future videos, just throw it down there in the comments, let me know, and we'll see what I'll see what I can figure out for that. Other than that, that's going to be it for today's video. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and share it with your friends. It really helps me out. And if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos. And until then, I'll see you guys out there on the trails.